Hi lovers, it's me, Dr. Lexx, the sex doc. As a licensed marriage and family therapist and a clinical sexologist, I am working with the National Coalition of Sexual Freedom to talk to you about relationship negotiation. I do this a lot in my own practice and in education. So today we're specifically talking about negotiation between consenting adults, 2 or more, right? And I want to give you 3 tidbits around how to have successful negotiations. So let's get started. 1, know what you want. It seems really easy, I know, but a lot of folks just have a kind of amorphous idea, not really solid. They're like, well, this could be kind of cool. And then when they present it to a lover or a potential lover, it doesn't really hit home, it doesn't make sense, and a person feels like they didn't really get out what they wanted to. So be sure in what you want if you're going to go negotiate with a lover or potential lover. 2, go slow. So this is great advice in a myriad of things, right? And you want to go slow when you're negotiating with folks. Yes, you want the sun, the star, the moon, and all of the galaxies in the universe. Your lover might not have the orientation of that. They might not even know what planet they're on today. So go slow in what you're asking for and in explaining what you want. And that way it gives them time to either learn and or catch up. And sometimes you actually might have to give them time, like give them space, give them room for understanding, give them different websites, YouTubes, vlogs, blogs, podcasts to gain some understanding of what you want and what you're asking for. And sometimes they just have to wrap their minds around it to figure out if they truly consent, right? Because consent isn't just, yes, you can do something. Consent is also understanding the possible repercussions, consequences, and outcomes of that yes. And so you want your lover or potential lover to have comprehensive understanding. So go slow. It can be hard, but you can practice some patience to build trust. And building that trust is going to come vulnerability. And seeing more of that vulnerability, it's going to become more intimate. When you build that intimacy, they are more likely to take a risk with you. And sometimes the things that we might want can feel risky to someone else. 3rd tip, final tip. When you are taking the time to start to talk to others about your own desires, do not take their rejection of those desires personally. It's so hard. It's so hard. I understand that. But remember, when they're saying no, it's not to spite you or to say you're a terrible person. They're saying, for me, that doesn't really seem ideal. I don't think that'll feel good. I'm not really interested in doing that. And take that no. Coercion is still a violation of boundaries. Wearing somebody down to get what you want is still a violation of boundaries, and it violates trust, which inhibits vulnerability, which inhibits intimacy. So you want to not try and whittle somebody down on their no. If they say that's no, it could just be no for right now. It could be no forever. We don't know that. But that's that person taking care of themselves. So as hard as it might be, you can say, I am absolutely disappointed. And I really appreciate you taking stock of yourself and what's going to be good for you and good for our relationship in the long term. I would love to revisit this if you're ever open to it. And let's move forward and still building together however we're interested. Unless that's a deal breaker for you. If it's a deal breaker for you, then it's a deal breaker. And that's absolutely okay too. Relationships that end don't necessarily mean that you failed. So take those 3 tips, know what you want, go slow, respect a no, and then let me know how they work out.